Network neutrality.
Yeah, it's all over the news.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. When is it going back into vote? Like, I know that it already went in once,
yeah,
and
it was already put through. Or no, it's an amendment to protect network neutrality, or it's an amendment to squash it.
It's I don't know.
You don't even know whether it's for or against.
I just know that the idea of being able to post stuff online is being threatened.
Yeah.
That's what I know.
Yeah, because I mean, companies like Comcast and AT&T and Verizon, they want to charge. They want to have a two-tiered internet.
Yeah.
You know, one free, one you got to pay for. So what that means is that anybody that wants to be on broadband, you know, like stuff that even probably even dial-up speed, they would have to pay big fees, and they pay them to the big companies. They pay it to the telecoms.
Yeah. But the thing that the telecoms are saying is that it's going to be good for customers because they're going to have cheap service for people who don't do uploading and stuff like that, who don't do file sharing, who don't upload content like
The people that would actually use that
rich
heavy
media.
bandwidth.
Yeah. What they're saying is it's not fair right now because people who only use the internet for email and just small things like reading, like only read-only stuff, that they're being ripped off because they're partially subsidizing people who utilize rich media like videos and music and that sort of thing. And they're saying that that most people don't do those things, and they're footing the bill for people that do. But the thing is it's not just like they're trying to make it sound like it's going to be great because it's going to offer people choice. That's their big thing. Oh, we're not trying to limit anything. We're trying to give people choice. But it's actually going to take away choice.
Well, yeah, because it'll be the only thing that you can get on the fast lane is people that have the money to pay the telecoms.
All of the bands and all of the filmmakers right now, there's so many bands that they don't want to be locked in to one of the music industry
That's right, yeah.
companies, right?
For sure.
They don't want to be owned, and they're doing it all independent, and they're developing their own audience through things like MySpace. They're making their own music videos and putting them on YouTube.
Their own record labels.
Their own record labels.
Writing their own tickets. Like
Yeah.
Keeping a hold of their music, their creations. Not to give it up.
And they're not going to be able to do that anymore. And the filmmakers, young filmmakers who are creating their own products with their own voices, stuff that you're not going to see in Hollywood, and they're releasing their films online, and that's not going to happen anymore either, because who would be able to afford to upload their film in the first place, and then who would be able to download their film? No one.
Yeah, it would be pointless. The fact that the internet has been so free, not totally free, but affordable and accessible and used has opened up so much. I mean, the planet seems to be so much smaller now. It's not a big deal to communicate views and ideas with people on the other side of the planet. I mean, like stuff like Firefox. Firefox wouldn't have a chance without net neutrality, because Microsoft's deep pockets would make sure that they don't have good placement or good bandwidth. They wouldn't have a chance. Open source software, it wouldn't be anywhere.
Chatting.
Chatting, something
What
as simple
about
as chatting.
yeah,
I am instant
webcamming.
messaging. You want to use Yahoo's rather than MSN's. Well, who do you think's going to win that, right?
Or
arts. There's like no money in art.
oh,
so
true.
And how can you see the galleries wouldn't be able to pay for?
Oh yeah, there's no way. There's no way.
Hmm.
If they had to pay extra, there'd just be no art online.
No.
And what about things like
Libraries.
internet, voice over IP, things like Skype?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if an internet service provider wanted to put out their own voice over IP service, you can believe that anybody else that wanted to run on that line, they wouldn't have a chance. They would be in the slow lane. They would have no bandwidth.
They'll block it altogether because
or
they
even
already
block
did that.
it. Yeah, they did that with Verizon. Sorry, with Vonage.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And even here in Canada, the TELUS, they're kind of like AT&T up here. They had there was a strike. There was labor disputes, and TELUS actually blocked. TELUS provides high-speed internet, and they blocked access to a site that was sympathetic to the to the workers. And it's killing freedom of speech, is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Net neutrality is the only thing that keeps the internet democratic. It keeps it's a level playing field. I could do whatever the hell I want on there. I could make a web page. I could make a company on the internet. Just a guy, just some dude, but not without network neutrality.
Yeah. And I think that that's a big part of what they want to shut down, because now more and more people are discovering what they can do online, and more people are doing it, and it's threatening the big companies, the power that they have. This whole concept of user content, they want to shut that down. They don't want us to be makers of things. They don't
Just
want us
consumers.
to be participants in things. Exactly. They want us to look at their stuff, purchase their stuff. They want it to be just like a big magazine, really, of their content, and we're just consuming it. And I'll bet you anything they would make it so that it's free to consume it, and it's expensive as hell to produce it.
Yeah. And things that you wouldn't... the media. The media has huge control over what everybody sees, hears, tastes, touches, everything. Mm-hmm. And just even as recently as the thing with Stephen Colbert at the press secretary or press... What was that dinner? The secretary?
I don't know. It was like an appreciation dinner for the White House press.
Yeah, that's it, yes. White House press dinner. And Colbert got up there, and the cojones that he had stood 15 feet away from the president and told him pretty much what was on his mind. And I haven't seen that in the news. I haven't seen it in the paper. I haven't seen it anywhere other than people like you and me putting it online and sharing that information. Stuff on the war. Man, like anything to do with Iraq, we wouldn't know squat. We would know exactly what the person with the biggest pockets wanted us to know. And that is the worst, most terrifying part of this whole thing, mm-hmm. is that it's all going to boil down to the almighty dollar yet again.
Yeah.
And that is sick.
Yeah.
So, there's a website. It's www.savetheinternet.com. Americans, unfortunately only Americans, can go and sign a petition. It gets posted to the congresspersons in their area, the government in their area, and there's only a couple of weeks left, I think, until the next round of the amendments time in court or whatever, and the lobbyists for the big telecoms are pushing Congress to do away with network neutrality.
Mm-hmm.
That's messed up. So, I like the internet. Do you like the internet? It's pretty cool. You can do pretty much whatever you want. So, you should take that power, that freedom, and do something about it, or you're not going to have it anymore.
Mm-hmm.